What's up guys, Brett Medlock here. Sorry it's been a minute since I've been on this channel. As I said in my previous video, I'm focusing on other stuff at the company. If you didn't know, Enthusiast Gaming, PlayStation Enthusiast is a part of Enthusiast Gaming, and I'm just doing other stuff. I'm making a lot of videos on the Nintendo channel. I'm doing a lot of writing on both PlayStation Enthusiast and Nintendo Enthusiast websites. But anyway, this has been a while since I've done this series, and it's called Vita Highlight. I talk about the Vita games that I love and that maybe you haven't played, or maybe you also love, but you just want to talk about how much you love it with me down in the comments section below. So today I want to talk about a game that I think gets looked over severely because of its aesthetic and all of its sexual nature in it, and that game is Valkyrie Drive. So strap in, this is going to be another episode of Vita Highlight starting now. Valkyrie Drive. This game I was not expecting to like as much as I did. I jumped into it completely knowing nothing about it. I knew it was sort of related to the Senran Kagura series in terms of its gameplay. And maybe there were some developers involved with it. I should have done my research. I don't think they were, but maybe. This game may turn some people off because of the fact that it turns them on. I should have made that joke. Anyway, Valkyrie Drive features nothing but female protagonists, and they all have ginormous breasts, and you see them naked quite a lot. Well, not completely naked, but you know what I mean. You see them in very sexual nature and themes and the writing and everything in the game, and that may turn some people off because of the fact that it seems like it's a game that may have been built just to be that type of game, just to be eye candy for dudes who want to see that. But no, this game mechanically is a lot of fun. The gameplay is a blast. There's intense melee matches where you're fighting bosses, you're fighting a bunch of enemies, you're doing a lot of dodges, you're upgrading your levels, you're talking to different characters and getting like a better relationship with them, all that jazz. I see this game on sale all the time. I know it's also on PC. I don't think it's on PS4, maybe it is. But there's other games on PS4 just like it, like Senran Kagura. I actually have only played the Peach Beach Splash one, which even more goes deeper down the rabbit hole with like sexual themes and stuff. But these games are a blast from a gameplay perspective. Like the fan servicey stuff that they do where you can mess with the girls and talk to them and like mess with their breasts and stuff. It's there, but it's not really entertaining. The entertaining part is actually the gameplay. And I honestly think if this series didn't use so much like giant breast women and like showing off all of that, they would actually get a bigger fan base, because I think there's a lot of people who may be too embarrassed, or it might not seem like it's up their alley because they don't think the gameplay is very like intuitive and intricate. But it really is. And honestly, if you were interested before but you haven't jumped in yet, I highly recommend Valkyrie Drive or Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. That light bulb just went out, so my screen just got darker, so sorry about that. But for the rest of this video, I actually wanted to just link my old video review. It's just like an off-the-cuff review, but I wanted to let you hear me talk about it some more, and I think I go more in depth than I can right now, because that was around the time I actually fully played it. And it's been a while since I jumped in, but that's all I really got to say. This has been Vita Highlight. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and for the rest of the video is going to be a part of my old review. I will talk to you later. So if you don't know what this game is, it's a Japanese action game that puts you in the shoes of a group of girls who basically have to fight each other to stay alive. They have a disease that's common in young ladies, so they're sent to an island where a bunch of other girls are who are infected with this disease, and they figure out the only way to prolong them dying is to fight each other. It's super weird, but honestly, it's pretty interesting. I mean, have you ever heard that story before? I don't think so. And I will say, the story overall, throughout it never lets up. It continues to get more weird, and the characters themselves continue to get more weird, which I thought is completely fine. So before I say anything else, I just want to throw out there that this game is gorgeous, and I did not expect to jump into such a stylistic and just an overall pretty game to look at. And I will also say, the captured footage that you're looking at right now doesn't really do it justice. The game looks excellent on the Vita screen specifically. So my initial thoughts were that this was going to have simple, bland gameplay and pretty much just be eye candy for people who want to see giant boobed schoolgirls. Luckily, I was wrong. The combat is super intricate and a ton of fun. Getting huge combos, dodging attacks, going into drive mode are all extremely fun to do, and the boobs are just a bonus. The only downside about the stylistic choice of using overly sexualized women is that I fear many people will look past the game thinking it's nothing more than eye candy for men, when in reality, it's a hell of an action game that makes you feel like a badass countless times. So at the end of the day, do I think this game is worth your purchase? My answer is yes, because the combat is super fun. I can't stress that enough. You will like the combat, and if you've enjoyed a lot of Japanese stories in the past, I think you'll enjoy this one. It's just as zany, just as weird, and the characters are really fun. Unfortunately, there's no English voice acting, which I just find disappointing because I like knowing how certain words are said, and I don't really understand or get that whenever they're in Japanese. But that's just a little thing. It doesn't bother me too much. So thanks for listening to me talk about Valkyrie Drive on the PlayStation Vita and the PlayStation TV. I'm Brett Medlock. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.